What's good, y'all? It's your boy Thick Boy Gohan, back again with another breakdown from the dark and deadly world of Castlevania Nocturne. And before we get into the thick of it, let me just say we just hit 800 subscribers on the channel, and y'all did that. I appreciate every single one of you. Now, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so if you've been enjoying these deep dives, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to help your boy hit that goal. It really makes a difference. Today's video, it's going to be good. We're talking about Drolta Tzuentes, one of the most complex and terrifying vampires in Nocturne. This ain't your average side villain. Drolta is all muscle, all magic, and all menace, but she's also a deeply tragic figure, one who's completely consumed by her faith, her power, and her ultimate downfall. We're walking through the full story arc, from her first appearance to her final breath, across both Season 1 and Season 2, with complete accuracy to what goes down in the show, so let's get into it. Drolta is introduced into Castlevania Nocturne as the powerful right hand of Erzsebet Báthory, the self-proclaimed vampire messiah. She's not just a general, she's a true believer, a loyal apostle spreading Erzsebet's gospel across the 18th century France with fire and blood. She's built like a powerhouse, commanding, tall, and cold. Everything about her screams, "Do not mess with me." From her icy calm voice to her terrifying magical abilities, Drolta brings a religious fanatic energy that instantly sets her apart from your typical villain. Now, while she's based loosely on a character from the original Akamuju Dracula games, her Netflix version is fleshed out with real presence and narrative weight. She's not just there to fight, she's there to convert, conquer, and carry out the will of her queen. In Season 1, Drolta acts as the herald of Erzsebet's coming. She appears early on as a part of the Vampire Council, but makes it clear she ain't here to negotiate. She's laying out the terms of surrender. She spreads the word of Erzsebet's salvation, twisting religion into something monstrous. She sees Erzsebet not just as a ruler, but as a goddess who will deliver vampires from hiding and usher in a new world where humans are nothing but cattle. Drolta leads several attacks throughout the season, most notably the massacre of Mashkal. She shows no mercy, executing rebels and innocents alike. To her, every drop of blood spilled is a prayer answered. But here's where things take a turn. Her downfall comes sooner than expected. During the final episode of Season 1, Alucard, yes, that Alucard, son of Dracula himself, makes his grand entrance. And baby, he does not disappoint. He's summoned to assist the resistance, and when he confronts Drolta, it's a whole moment. Drolta throws everything at him. Strength, sheer fury, but Alucard is just built different. In a final swift, decisive move, he drives a blade straight through her, killing her at the end of Season 1. And just like that, the seemingly unstoppable apostle of Erzsebet is dead, or so we think. Season 2 brings the shock twist. Drolta isn't quite done yet. She's resurfaced by Erzsebet, brought back from the dead through powerful magic. But she doesn't come back the same. Her body is different. Her mind is strained. You can see it in her face, hear it in her voice. She's struggling. She was once proud, composed, and confident. Now she's a bit shaken. The resurrection wasn't a gift, it was a punishment. Erzsebet doesn't thank Drolta for dying in her name. She uses her. Drolta becomes a pawn, a tool to be broken and reforged, and that's when the real cracks start to show. And throughout Season 2, Drolta is a mess of contradictions. She continues carrying out Erzsebet's orders, leading attacks, torturing rebels, and slaughtering innocents. But something has shifted. The fear, it's deeper. The devotion, more manic. She tries to reaffirm her faith, to prove her loyalty again and again, but the old confidence is gone. She starts second-guessing herself, and in a pivotal moment later in the season, she betrays Erzsebet. Now, this betrayal isn't loud or dramatic, it's quiet, subtle. She makes choices that undermine Erzsebet's plans. She hesitates. She allows key resistance players to survive, intentionally or not, and it becomes very clear, Drolta no longer believes in Erzsebet. Whether it's guilt, fear, or twisted sense of justice, we don't quite know for sure, but when it does come down to it, Drolta chooses not to die for Erzsebet a second time. And I gotta just take a quick moment to pause, but that scene where she said, "You are not Sekhmet, you are nothing." The way she said that, when I watched it, I was like, oh my god, she's actually betraying Erzsebet. I didn't think she was gonna do that. Moving on. Drolta's arc ends in ashes. She lived for her goddess, she died for her goddess. She was brought back only to be discarded. Mind you, all of this was in the name of Sekhmet, and whether it was Erzsebet or Sekhmet, Drolta did not live for herself, she lived for another. Drolta's story is ultimately a tragedy. She's a victim of her own blind faith, manipulated into serving a force that saw her as expendable. She started off as a faithful warrior, the high priestess of destruction, spreading the gospel of Erzsebet's new world order. But that faith, it killed her twice. And when she finally sees through the lies, it's too late. Her betrayal isn't triumphant, it's desperate, and it cost her everything. Drolta Tzuentes is a reminder that power doesn't love you back, and when you build your identity around someone else's divinity, you lose your own soul. And there you have it, the full arc of Drolta Tzuentes, from deadly enforcer to discarded disciple, a woman who gave everything for a cause that never saw her as anything more than a means to an end. If you enjoyed this breakdown, go ahead and hit that like button. Drop a comment and tell me, do you think Drolta could have been redeemed, or was she doomed from the jump? And if you're not subscribed yet, now's the time. I'm pushing that 1,000 subscriber milestone, and every single one of y'all make a difference. So smash that sub button and keep riding with your boy. This is Thick Boy Gohan signing off.